Well, it's that time of year again when the lucky few, which includes my stepdad, or as we call him, Grandpa John around here, get their hands on a bottle of the Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve 23-year-old. And if you watch my review from around this time last year, you can see what I thought about that batch, and this is a new batch. He got himself another. Let me get you another look at the color. It's a much darker amber, like a dark, rich honey amber color this year. I showed you the two bottles of it in the beginning of the video. God, this stuff smells. There's something about this year's batch that smells and tastes so much better than last year's. There's some, I don't know what it is. He gave me a little bit more this year, so I guess Santa thinks I've been a good boy. Anyway, we get a very, very smooth, creamy kind of bourbon nose on it. It's not sharp at all. It's definitely like brown sugar and a little bit of a cinnamon and you know, just a little bit of that alcohol burn, which you always get with any Scotch or bourbon. As I said in my video last year, I'm not one of those guys that knows all the terminology and the words and the things you're supposed to say about what you smell and what you don't smell. Some of these guys smell pecans and raisins and tar and coal and whatever else, and I'm lucky if I smell 2 or 3 things. But I'm even more lucky that I get to even taste this stuff. So thanks again, Grandpa John. Very robust. It's very smooth. It's not harsh at all. I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting. Definitely like that. Molasses, brown sugar, cinnamon. Trying to see if I see anything like vanilla or raisins. I'm not getting that right now. It's just so good. It's so good. I feel almost guilty being the only guy right now, as it is on YouTube, that's reviewing this stuff. And I'm not a reviewer. Please, one of you guys, one of you real super knowledgeable bourbon guys, come over here. I'll give you the rest of this glass, and you tell me. You'll be able to enlighten everyone and tell them exactly how you're supposed to talk about this bourbon right here, this rare bourbon. The rarest, perhaps finest bourbon in the world. Toffee and molasses, brown sugar and cinnamon. God, this stuff is so good and it's so beautiful. That color, I just can't get over it. Man, this stuff is good. It's worth whatever the price, whatever the trouble it takes to get it. I know I've seen on some bourbon blogs that people are like, well, Pappy Van Winkle was around and nobody wanted it, and all of a sudden people wanted it, and now it's worth $350 a bottle. I don't know the history of it. I just know what it is right now, and it's good stuff. By the way, it's morning. It's 8:35 in the morning. I brushed my teeth earlier, but I drank a bunch of water to wash my palate out. So it's a whiskey breakfast. Yeah, that's good stuff. So anyway, this is, in my opinion, I went back and I didn't drink any of the stuff I had last year, even though the bottle is still down there. It's got plenty in it. But from what I recall, just from the color and the taste and the nose on it, the smell is just, there's something, I don't want to say magical about it, but when you're holding a bourbon like this, it's this rare, it's this sought after, you tend to want to use words like that. I don't know why. You kind of want to use hyperbole a bit. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This is a good idea for everyone that has a glass of this. Just turn it into Irish coffee. What? I'm kidding. Come on. Anyway, so that's my sort of half-baked review. Early in the morning, it goes really good with bacon and eggs in the morning, which I haven't had yet. But it's Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve 23-year-old, second year in a row. Gonna make this a holiday tradition, hopefully. Maybe I'll do a little studying in the coming year and really kind of get more mature in my descriptions and reviews of this fine bourbon. If I'm lucky enough to be able to taste this stuff, I should be able to convey it to you if you're going to watch this video. And leave a comment, any hints or suggestions for next year perhaps. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this for breakfast and maybe have something else for brunch. You never know. Thanks for watching.